Stacey, and I am so impressed with these shears. First of all, can't beat a good pair of shears in the kitchen, right? Or in any other part of your home. We're gonna give you this pair of shears, 2 of them, for $18.56. When you see what these things can do, I've never seen shears go through as much as these do. They have a comfort grip, they're all stainless. If you need to open up packages or whatever, you need to do prep work around the house, these are gonna be perfect for you. I have them available in colors. They come in the basics, the jewel tone, and they also come in the brights, and we'll show you those colors in a bit. They're all, here's the brights, there's the basics, and there's the jewel tones. I think I got that all right. They come individually boxed, so if you want to keep one and give one away, you're gonna love these. And you'll use these, Stacey, you can use these on any, crafters love these.
In the garage, in the kitchen, these are not scissors, okay? These are shears. And have you ever had this packaging that it's all wrapped and it looks great from the outside, but you think, how in the world do I get into it? This cuts right through. I mean, look at that, really effortlessly, and then you can easily open it up and get into it. What about those batteries, right?
I just did that the other day.
Go right through it very easily. And these are the shears that you're going to use in every room of your house. We like to focus on the kitchen. We like to focus on the garage, the craft room, the garden. And here's what makes these different, okay? They're really easy to open. There's a 1-finger close right here, okay? And then all you do is give them a little push down and they open, spring-loaded. So it's right-handed or left-handed, you could use these. You have stainless steel, very sharp blades, so that's why it's important that you store them closed. And they're also self-sharpening, but let me show you what I love about these the most. See this little spring? You said spring-loaded. These make me happy. See the little smile? Because they take 60% of the pressure away from your hands when you're using them. So I use these the most in the kitchen, right? So you get this great rotisserie chicken and you start getting into it. Look, I can literally cut the bones on this. Watch this. Did you see that? I mean, literally, watch this.
I love this demo, watch.
Ready, watch. Okay, so I can cut this right through, just like that. Cuts through twine. And then you say, okay, well, I wanna serve this, you know, maybe you wanna open it up. So then you can just cut through this chicken just like that. I mean, it's really cutting through all of the bones. It's not very pretty, but you get the idea, you know? So I wanna show you how you can cut this entire chicken in half in just a couple seconds. And the nice thing about this is these are the shears that just keep on going, right?
Yeah, you don't have to ever sharpen these, right?
Never, they're self-sharpening blades. And here's something else that's really important about these. You know how sometimes you're using shears or some sort of scissor and they get these burrs on the outside? And then what happens is when you go to cut something like wrapping paper or something in the craft room and you can't do it. But these, you're not gonna get those burrs. So I can cut through a chicken, then I can cut through paper in the craft room, and these are so versatile, they keep going. And so you take celery. Maybe you don't wanna use the knife. If you have dexterity issues, maybe you have arthritic hands. Look at how easy. And remember, I said arthritis, so if you have this spring here, it's going to take all of the pressure away, or at least 60% of it. So all you have to do is press down that simply, whether it's, you know.
This is how this is actually, I use them to cut chives, I use them to cut onions, I use them to cut all the things you're talking about. I learned that a long time ago. I had a very good friend whose mother was a wonderful Italian cook, and she used shears on everything. She used it to cut pizza, she used it to cut vegetables. And I was like, and she's like, this is how we do it. And it's funny, I even saw a cooking show the other day and they were cutting sandwich rolls, and the woman was using shears, and she goes, it's the perfect cutting tool. It's safer than scissors, and you get that extremely perfect straight line cut every time. And if you just bought it for the packaging, and you know the kind, they put that super industrial, kind of like, it's almost molded. Clamshell packaging. And it's so hard to open up, you'll be able to do that as well. It cuts through branches, leaves, you can use it in gardening. Right?
Gardening, so let's go to the garden, okay? So here is maybe some flowers that you picked up. Have you tried to just take regular scissors to this?
If you do it, you'll ruin the scissors.
Exactly, so now I can just cut through all of them in one clean swipe. Did you see that? So one clean swipe, I can go all the way through all of them. I can also go right through the plastic. So, I mean, these are just so utilitarian, and they're gentle enough to where you could take maybe you just want just the rosebud. So you go right up to the bud, and just clip it off. So it's really, really, these are the shears, the gift that keeps on giving.
You have really good control with these shears, which is important versus regular scissors. You notice regular scissors, you normally have to put your fingers in a loop, and that's very uncomfortable, and it gets sore if you have to do, especially after around the holidays or if you're wrapping gifts. It gets really, your fingers get really sore.
Yes.
These grip more like a garden tool, but you can use them indoors. See, you have more control when your hand is like that because they're not wriggling around trying to stay on your finger like a ring would. These you grip like a regular tool. It's a clean cut, and you're just gonna be really impressed. And we're gonna give you 2 pairs of these because we know a lot of you are gonna want one in the kitchen. A lot of you may want one outside in your little garden area. You may wanna have these in a craft room. So we're gonna give you more than 1 pair. It's only $6 and change on FlexPay. Just choose colors. Remember, we have the jewel tones. We've got the brights. We have the basics. The basics are the black and the purple, I'm guessing. Brights would be
the coral.
The coral. Those are the brights?
I believe so, and then you have the
these are the jewel tones in the back where you get a red and you get a blue.
Like the ruby and emerald.
This is that grip I was telling you about, which is really comfortable. Much easier to use scissors like this than like, you know how your fingers have to go, and it really is hard. And Stacy, you know, like my mom, and I'm gonna bring her up a lot because she's in her 80s. She also has one side of her hands has tremors. Almost impossible to even get scissors in her hand. This she can handle because she can still squeeze. It's just hard holding anything steady.
Exactly, and I get arthritis in my hand too. I get flare-ups, and you know, and it can be intimidating when you're in the kitchen. I mean, something so simple. I mean, you've seen me cut kitchen items. Now I'm literally cutting an extension cord, and it's this clamshell packaging that is just so brutal. So you get this at home, and it's also dangerous because
there's no way to open it.
It's sharp, and there is no way to open it. And if you take a knife, that's not safe. But did you see how easy this cuts through? I mean, all the way through this packaging, and now you can have easy access to it. So you've seen that I've gone through from my clamshell packaging. I've cut through a chicken.
Can you do, I hate to ask you to do it again because I know it's nasty, but will you do some of these chicken bones again? Because I mean, you watch this. Now this is bone, all right? And she's going right through, I mean, that's not even challenging, right?
I can't even find something that it's having a hard time with.
Because you went through the hard one. Yeah.
Right through the center.
Look at this, man.
That's awesome, right?
That's impressive.
So, I mean, it literally does it all from the kitchen to the craft room. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, darling.
To the garden, to the garage. It does a little bit of everything.
All right. If you want them, you're getting 2 pair for $18. These are kicked up. These are not regular scissors. They call them shears for a reason, and you'll never have to sharpen them again. Thank you, my dear.